Welcome back. Today we are going to explore an interesting topic that is essential for anyone working with the Docker. The difference between the entry point and the CMD commands. And believe me, this is one of the frequently asked questions during the interview. Entry point and the CMD are the parameter of a Docker file. Like we have the other parameters like from parameter we have run parameter, copy parameter, add parameter, work dir. Same way we have the entry point and the CMD. Both of these commands are used to provide information during the container startup, but there is a difference. The difference is CMD command can use to provide default command that can be override during the container startup, whereas entry point command is used when we want to ensure that specific command always executed and cannot be override during the container startup. Let's understand the entry point and the CMD with the demo. But before we go and do the demo, let's understand what exactly the Docker is. Docker allows to package application and their dependencies into a container, making it easier to deploy and manage across different environments. Let's start with the demo of the CMD. So here I'm in my terminal and I'm going to create a Docker file. Here I'm going to use the parameter from. Now in the from parameter, we can give the base image which we are going to use. So here we have the option to use the Ubuntu, Alpine, anything we can use. So let me go with the Alpine image. And after that, I'm going to use the CMD parameter. And in the CMD parameter, I'm going to give echo and then I'm going to give the command. And here the command which I'm going to give, hello world. Let me save this file and let's create this file or create the image from the Docker file. And in order to create the image, the command is docker build -p and we can provide the name and then we need to provide the location of the Docker file. As I'm running the command from the same folder where my Docker file is, so I'm giving the dot. Let's wait for it to create the image. Now my image is created. Now the next thing which I'm going to do is docker run --rm demo. So what I'm doing at the moment, I am running the container with the image and the image name was demo. Let me show it to you. So this was the command which we used in order to create the image and the name was demo. So I'm using docker run --rm demo. What exactly it is going to do is it is going to create a container for me. Here I'm also using a parameter rm. Now this parameter is optional. Why I'm using this parameter? So that it is going to remove the container once it's exit. I just want to keep my environment clean because I'm going to do multiple demo. If I'm not going to use this parameter, what will happen? I need to do all those steps to remove the container manually. So that is the reason I'm using the rm parameter. So don't get confused. It is an optional parameter. My container is running and we are getting the command hello world. Let me show you the content of the Docker file. Here we have the echo cmd hello world and it is giving me hello world message once my container start running. Now let's try to override this command. And in order to override this command, I'm going to run docker run, same command --rm parameter I'm using, then the name, then echo goodbye world, something like this. Let's run it. See, now I got the message goodbye world. But let me go to my Docker file. Here we have the same message, that is the hello world. So let me rerun this command and this time I'm not going to pass any of the parameter. I'm getting the hello world. Let me run it one more time. Here I'm passing the parameter, that is echo. See, I'm getting this thing. Even I can change this thing. Remember me, something like this. See, I'm getting this message. So CMD command is used to overwrite the message during the container run. I hope you understand the CMD command and its use. Now let's understand the entry point. Entry point is used when we want to ensure that a specific command always run when the container start. And this command cannot be overwritten. Okay. So let me go into my Dockerfile, nano Dockerfile, and here I have the CMD. Let me remove this thing. Okay. And here I'm going to ENTRY entry point. Let me give something like echo, and then let me go with the hello only. Okay. Now in the entry point, I'm giving the command echo hello. So this is the command hello. Let me save this one. Get Dockerfile. We have the entry point. We have two parameters from and the entry point. Now let's run it. But before running, first we need to build the image out of this. So I'm going to do that docker build -t, and let me give the name demo1 dot. Let's run it. Docker run -rm demo1. See, here we are getting the message hello. Now let's try to override this message. And I'm going to give Apple. Okay. See, we got the hello. So this command we cannot override. Whatever the command I was giving after that, it is printed, but we cannot override the command which is mentioned in the entry point. But earlier when we have done the demo for the CMD, there whatever the command I was providing, it was overriding the default command. But here in the entry point, it is not overriding the default command. So let me go like this. See, hello Apple. I'm getting this command. Okay, so that is the difference between the entry point and the CMD. Whenever you are going to write your Docker file, you always need to understand your application first. Do you need to go with the entry point or do you need the CMD command? I hope this video helped you to clear your doubt on the entry point and the CMD. If you still have any doubt or any question related to the CMD and the entry point, you can mention it in the comment section. If you like this video, share with your friends and do support my channel as well by subscribing it. Thank you.